Good morning, folks and folkettes. What's going on? This is Doggone coming back at you with another one. And boy, oh boy, do I have something real special today. Something I've been waiting on, and something that I never thought I was going to have. It's one of those deals where you're just like, those are real nice, but I don't think that's ever in the cards for me. You know what I mean? So let's check it out. All right, ready? Are you ready for this? Yep. I snagged me a Chris Reeves, man. I snagged me a Chris Reeves. This is a small 31 Sebenza with the black micarta inlay. Made over in Idaho. Man, that's like 5 minutes from here. Not Boise, but Idaho is like right there for me. See that? Check it out. Yep. Right there it is. Okay. So, this is a grail knife for me, honestly. It's not exactly the one I wanted. My initial thoughts with this thing was that I was like, man, you should have got the bigger one. What are you doing? You know, when I first opened it up, I didn't realize how small the small really was, but I'm not totally opposed to it either. It's a good knife nonetheless. It's a good thing I got used to that kind of size with a lot of my other knives. You know what I mean? Like for a comparison, here we go. There's my cattle knife, my GEC 35 cattle knife. It ain't much bigger or smaller than that. I mean, and I can get a good handle on the cattle knife any day of the week. It's a good knife. So, I'm not so disappointed with it, but I do see myself in the future probably grabbing the large one. Ideally, it'd be like the Inkosi, I think it is. It's got like I want the one with the sheep's foot blade on there. I don't mind a nice drop point or like a clip point, but I'm more getting into like the Warney and sheep's foot kind of style here. So that's where I'm headed, I think, eventually. But this thing's gorgeous. Nonetheless, I get it now. I really do why people are into these so much and how much they spend on these things. I got an incredible deal on this, though. I actually sold a couple knives to get this, but I still ended up profiting on it, which was pretty nice overall. To pick this thing up, it was pretty reasonable. Now, one thing I didn't score very well on is the blade steel. This is only S35VN. Not the worst steel in the world, but at the same time, Ontario Rat one was just redone in this, so it's not like it has any exclusivity anymore. That's for sure, or any kind of like real status. Not knocking the Rat now. I'm not knocking the Rat. I'm just saying that if the budget blades are starting to get into it, then I don't feel like this is, in the same league. So anyway, it's got the S35VN, not the 45 or the Magna Cut, but it's got some nice little extras on there. It's got the MXG clip. I didn't install that. The dude before me did. He did send the original clip anyway, though, and this thing is way better. I love it. It's got a great kind of like swoop right there. See that? Goes right into the pocket pretty easy. Doesn't tear my pocket up or nothing. 2 easy screws if you wanted to take it off and maintain it or whatever. I'm a sucker for the deep carry. That's like my favorite style clip all day long. The micarta is like very, very smooth textured. Kind of feels like I don't know, like a leather seat in your car or like a baseball glove or something like that. It's very smooth. And then there's one little strip here on the back. So that's the extent of the micarta. It is obviously a frame lock, so you can see that there. But they did make a nice little cutout right here, which I enjoy, to get us a good flick and for grip and to get into the liner lock. It has like 3 purposes, or not liner lock, frame lock, excuse me. It does the job, It's not a hard use knife. That's not what these are for. So the frame lock does what you need it to do, I think. I'm still not huge on it, but, whatever. Cry about it, right? Nah. It's a cool knife, man. It's cool. Overall, it fits the length of my palm. So it's probably, I don't know, like 3.5, 3 inches, something like that. Um, it's got that drop point blade. It's got the 35 VN. Um, trying to remember what else they put on there. This thing was born in like 2020, I think they said on the paperwork. They give you a whole a whole box, man. It's amazing. If you've never had a Chris Reeve, this is kind of how it goes down. You get this guy here, closed up, wrapped up in a cloth, you know, and then they give you some pivot grease. They give you some Loctite so that you can put your screws back in and keep them safe and sound. They give you a torque key for these screws here. And then they give you a pamphlet. It's literally like a little book, a brochure, like you're buying a Lamborghini or something like that. And it tells you your steel. It tells you, you know, when it was made. It tells you everything about it pretty much. So this is the Black Micarta inlay, S35VN, born in 2020. I might be forgetting something else, but one feature I've never had on a blade before is this crowned spine. It's actually pretty freaking sweet. I'm liking it quite a bit. I've never had one before, but I've seen a couple of dudes on like the knife swap in the Reddit world. There's one dude who does it to Spyderco's a lot. He'll take it and like do it to a Mannix, or he'll do it to like a I've seen it done on a Shaman, a couple other ones. And I didn't really get the appeal of it, but now I kind of understand it. It just gives you a nice smooth texture if you're gonna have to choke up, and this is a smaller knife too, so it's like to choke up on there, you have some jimping here, but you also don't want it so rough on the back of your hand. Maybe if you're, I mean, who am I kidding? You're not gonna hard use this thing. I mean, if you do, you can, I guess, but like it's just not the deal with these. You know what I mean? These are pieces of art, really. But back to what I was saying, is it's just kind of smooth and contoured, you know, nice on the hand. I believe that this is I call this like a Scandi grind, I believe. I could be totally wrong, but I like it. I think it's slicey, just slicey enough. You know, it doesn't need a full flat grind to it. The blade stock is pretty thin also as well. Excuse me, Jesus. So you can get through your day's work with this thing, no problem. If you want to use it for food, it's no problem there either. It's a very small blade and very thin in the stocking, I would say. I will say the action is a little bit tough on these, and I don't know if it's because of the frame lock itself or if it's like I really don't know what's causing it, or if it's just not broke in yet. Maybe, I don't know. You can get it. You just got to get the right flick on it. I've gotten pretty good at it the past couple of days, as you can tell. Pro ninja. So, yeah, the guy before me it looked like he tried to mirror polish the blade edge, but didn't quite get it there. I'm not one of them kind of fellas that want to do that, so I'm not going to do that myself. I'll probably just keep small maintenance on this as much as I can and just kind of freaking strop it if I can do that, or hit it on a light stone if need be. But yeah, it's got some snail trails here, you know, on the spine, and some of the titanium. I think this is titanium, all around it here and there. But I don't mind that, you know. I'm cool with it being a user. That's why I got such a good deal on it. It's not a safe queen, you know what I mean? I had one issue, is this here, this collar in the back there, back spacing collar, whatever you want to say it is. It kept coming loose the other day. I tightened it down both sides. I didn't Loctite it, I probably should have, but that was one thing I did notice with this. That's kind of a flaw. It's a great knife, though. I will say that. I don't have a whole lot of complaints about it other than it being a frame lock. The frame lock kind of drives me nuts. I think I've only ever had one of those before, and I hated it. So not a huge thing for me, but it is still quality. It just screams quality. It's not the highest end model, obviously. Maybe I would enjoy the large model a little bit more ergonomically, and if I got the blade shape that I liked and stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to give you a walk around on this guy right here. You can see like Chris Reeves stamped right into there. It's funny too, honestly, all this time that I have known about Chris Reeves, I didn't realize that they were even in Idaho. I never took a look at him, a really good look at him, because I'm like, man, I'll never get one of those. Like, look at how crazy they are. You see them on the swap for like $600. That's used, secondary market. You get a new one with all the fixings, all the things you want on there. You're looking at, quite a penny, man. 700, 800, maybe even $1,000 for some of these. I don't know. They make some in Damascus too, and I'm almost positive that that's like over $1,000. But yeah, man. So that's my little walk around on here. You could call this my modern Monday Madness, also, I guess, because it's that time of the week, right? Shout out to my man Aaron and on 865 Knives. Check out his channel if you want. He's got some awesome stuff, and he does this show every Monday, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna call that my entry right there, basically. Craziest modern knife I've ever had. It's got such a stigma too, honestly. It's crazy to me because it's such a grail knife for a lot of folks, and then this also seems like it's like the bridging to custom knives, custom makers and stuff like that. They'll get something like this, hang on to it for a couple years or whatever, or it's not what they want, and people will jump right up into customs that are like running $2,000-$3,000, which is insane to me. I think this is probably the top step for me. I didn't spend anywhere near retail price for this. I spent the same amount on my Spyderco in 15V with the BBB heat treat and all that stuff as I did for this. And it's a smaller knife, and it'll do less for me. But it's just kind of one of them things that it's nice to tote around, something that's regarded so high, and just is a piece of art, really. Maybe you don't think so. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I mean, I'm on the fence myself a little bit. I don't even know if I'm 100% on hanging on to this, but for right now, I'm gonna enjoy the ride and give it its proper chance and everything. I'm thinking on the side though, if any of y'all have one, just putting it out there. If y'all were to offer me a Spyderco Bowie slice, however you say that, yeah, this could be gone maybe. That is a real true grail for me, is that Bowie. I don't know why I like that thing so much, but it's just such a sweet knife, man. I don't know. I love Spyderco, and I love a Bowie pattern, and I guess you could call that a Bowie pattern, but anyway. I shouldn't sin. I'm sitting here talking in front of the Chris Reeves, just telling y'all, hey, if you got one of those, I'll take it instead of this. Anyway, I'm just goofing around. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna lay that out. That's what I got in my pocket today. I already showed y'all this, but here's that cattle knife again. This is honestly becoming one of my favorite GECs right here. Such a handy tool for me. A lot of the time I'll use it for my leather work. I'll use this blade right here quite a bit. It just gives me a nice fine edge to kind of like get a nice round cut on something if I need to. This is my apple cutter or my orange cutter or whatever kind of fruit or meat or whatever I'm eating. And this guy right here just kind of sits there. He holds the serial number. You see that? That's his job basically. I don't use it a whole lot. It's a nice spade blade, don't get me wrong, but comes in a pinch. But I'm not crazy on using it that much, to be honest with you. Show off them teeners a little bit. Yep, bam. Got that nebula going on in there. I love this knife so much, man. Such a sweet knife. All right, y'all. Well, this is going on 15 minutes almost. I guess I'm going to let y'all go. Hey, if you made it this far, do me a favor, all right? This is really, really simple. Down below, you see that right there? Or maybe it's over here, actually. There's a subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't do anything other than makes this more possible for me. It makes me able to keep doing this and showing off all the things that I'm up to in the knife world. So if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. but I won't hold you to it. So, anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. You enjoy your Monday. Have a great start to the week. And we'll see y'all back in the channel here pretty soon. This is Doggone signing out.